Good afternoon, everyone. This is Gabe Velazquez here with you, transparenttrainsolutions.com on a Friday, uh, 7th day of November. We're getting lots of volatility. Obviously, everybody knows we had a sell-off here. Let's get right into the charts. I'm doing this again half an hour before the market, so there's still a lot of volatility. We are trying to catch a little bit of a bounce in the S&P. Let's get right into the charts. We're getting some bullish data coming out where the call, I watch very carefully the VIX. Notice that the VIX, even with this big sell-off, is only at 20. I always talk about when the VIX is climbing and stocks are at highs, that's actually bearish. And I think the opposite is true. So, and then we've also got some other sentiment numbers that are saying that people are starting to get a little bit bearish. So you'll see a little bit of a bounce. We've got some supply up here at 67.58. We also bounced off the 50-day in the SPY. Again, it's still up for debate, or still obviously nothing conclusive whether this is the end of the move. Recently we've had these huge drops and then these kind of bounces. Whether this is the beginning of something like that still remains to be seen. I still think that this low down here possibly is in play. This gap from 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. But if everybody gets very bearish, and there's talk about a government reopening, if that happens over the week, and I think we probably rally back somewhere up in here in the S&P. Clearly, the NASDAQ is leading the way as usual. A lot of the, these AI stocks we saw, NVIDIA pulling back hard, Palantir, Oracle, AMD, so on and so forth. They're actually at very interesting support levels. If you take a look at all those stocks, they're sitting right at support. And if they cannot get a bounce in here, they probably roll over. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, I think NASDAQ still is vulnerable all the way down to 24,162. That said, if we on the next bounce, you've got this supply zone here, and you've got another supply up top here. So if this is going to be the beginning of something bigger, these levels are the ones that you want to be shorting against. You don't want to chase the downside right here. The rest of the markets, talking about the VIX sitting at right at 22. We'll see if we need a spike and maybe some capitulation lows coming up here before we, bottom out near term, going into the holidays with a positive seasonality going into Thanksgiving and whatever. And maybe since the negative seasonals didn't work, maybe this is the opposite as well, right? The dollar did pull back from 100, but again, it's sitting kind of in no man's land. Whether it actually breaks out eventually or comes right back down, hard to say. The rest of the market's really gold just churning here for the week. You can see nothing happening. There's big ranges, similar with all the metals, really, just kind of a churn. Nothing new there. Clearly some resistance in silver at 49. Copper similarly, just all these markets just kind of range trading more or less. Oil, interestingly, trying to hold at the 59 level. Looked like it was going to break down. Still can't break it down. It's again basically just caught in a range. Nat gas looks starting to perk up. Looks a little bit more bullish. We're consolidating this nice move here, but again, this weekend will tell if we gap up or break below 419. I think we go right back down to 370 on the December contract. Soybeans still seem bullish to me, but again, just can't get going. So we're kind of stalled out on that. Also, wheat looks like it may be filling this gap next week, and possibly a buy opportunity as well. So overall, very volatile, having some big swings. Um, Obviously, nobody knows if this is just the end of the pullback, or we go, the other scenario is we could go into this big whippy ranges, which we've seen here, you know, right there. So that could be a scenario too, where we just kind of whip around here, big whippy ranges. Wouldn't surprise me in that case either. Uh, but the key is going to be if we get a relief rally from the government reopening, let's say over the weekend, let's say it comes to some kind of deal, then you go back to the usual suspects, the Nvidias and everything else. So that's kind of where we're at. Just a quick mention again, I've been kind of stalled out on the live show, but I'm still working on it. I'll let you know when it's going to set up here. But in the meantime, sign up for the newsletter, give me a thumbs up. Have a great weekend. Take care.